The Bachelorette is moving on to Hometowns, where it's time for Jenn to meet the families and decide if these dads are the kind of dads she wants to dad with for the rest of her life. So, whose parents are going to be doing some grilling and not in the fun barbecue way, and which of these men won't be getting a fantasy suite? Well, let's check out this latest preview to find out, and as per usual, please, no posting any outright spoilers in the comment section below unless you can back it up with sleuthing, and a link to the full preview is in the description.
This is the wildest Hometowns week. Back boy, hurry up.
Alright, so here is the hometown of the man who probably benefited the most from Sam's disastrous fumbling of the bag last episode, as Jeremy is showing Jenn around a Stu Leonard's, something you commenters sleuthed out after the Night 1 season preview. Here, these two are being a couple of cuties, but I also don't have a lot of expectations for Jeremy. I mean, if Sam wasn't so Sam-like, I really feel like this would have been his hometown and Jeremy mostly slid in there by default. So it's hard to put him over guys like Devin, Marcus, or Jonathan, and the sleuthing agrees with that as well, as all three of those men have been seen in more footage beyond hometowns. So enjoy the avocado dance while it lasts, Jeremy. But let's keep going.
And I cannot be more grateful and honored and excited. One of these guys could be my husband at the end of this. Gotcha!
You have to play big to win big.
Ooh, okay, I forgot to mention before, there's a new fun layer added to Hometowns now that the Golden Bachelor and Bachelorette is a thing. It's which mom or dad might get pulled into one of those shows. And I say this because we did see the Golden Bachelorette Meet the Men promo come out this week, including Kelsey's dad, Mark.
I watched The Golden Bachelor, and it was very inspiring knowing that Joan had lost her husband. There's an understanding that I have of things that she went through.
So in a strange meta way, I wonder if this ever gets in the heads of hometown moms or dads who are single and maybe hoping to springboard onto the golden version of the show. What a wild time to be alive. But back in this latest section of the preview, we get a look at a few hometown entrances with some extra focus on Jonathan's day. They'll be playing more lacrosse together, and we also get a look at Jonathan's outfit. One that matches the shot we speculated way back at the beginning of the season was evidence suggesting Jonathan was getting a hometown. Looks to be right. So, moving on.
Love is scary, but it's definitely worth it at the end of the day. He's gone through so much in life that he's earned someone to love him unconditionally.
Okay, so here we're seeing Marcus's hometown with his sister. You know, the one he talked about last episode on his one-on-one, where he mentioned they both were left at daycare as kids and put into foster care. So naturally, this one's going to get emotional. Then finally, there's another shot that we've seen from a previous preview, Devin and Jenn going on a fun run or something with these custom-made t-shirts with their faces on them. Spoiler alert! Well, not really, as it was also in last week's preview. Devin is going to finish off this hometown by telling Jenn he full-blown loves her, as we'll see right ahead.
I could get everything I've ever wanted in my life. I love you. I could potentially also be hurt like I've never been hurt before.
There's other guys around, and I know you. That's not the person for you.
Okay, are they trying to set up this man, who I'm assuming is not Devin's biological father that Devin's talked about in previous episodes, to be some sort of tough guy like they often do in these hometown previews? Cause I'm not quite buying it. If you want to see a really tough parent, check out the latest batch of Love is Blind UK episodes. But this man saying that's not the person for you seems kinda spliced and edited, so I'm not holding my breath with this. I also don't expect Devin to get hurt like he's saying he might. Well, maybe not at least until the very end of the show, as we know he makes it quite far. But we will get some new information later on in this preview that could add to the end of show drama that we saw in the mid-season preview. So let's keep going.
Is this just what she wants me to see, or is it what she really is?
You'll never know if you don't put it all out there. You think that you and Jeremy have a bond, but this is not a game, it's your future.
Yes, more potential drama involving parental doubt with Jeremy's mom. A pretty common thing to see every Hometowns episode, but this could also be easily hyped up more in this preview than it will actually be come the airing of the episode. And this lady, who I'm assuming is Jonathan's mom, is on the other side of things, encouraging Jonathan to shoot his shot and lay it out all on the line. Of course, though, everything here is heightened with dramatic music, which might not be indicative of what we'll actually see next episode, but the real interesting stuff is some new bit of information with Marcus up ahead.
Jenn is like incredible, but I'm stuck between liking someone and loving them. It's like this feeling of shame of not being there yet.
Alright, now this is an interesting new narrative. Marcus is caught between liking Jenn and loving her, which, when paired with the drama shown in the mid-season preview,
I know your history with people who are emotionally unavailable. Like, you've put in so much, but he's given so little.
maybe the man that Jenn's brother is talking about is Marcus. But okay, let's first finish this preview off, and then talk about the elimination for next week, and of course, this new Marcus stuff.
Going into this rose ceremony, Jenn deserves to have guys here that are certain.
Beautiful night for some heartbreak. Ain't that the truth?
And there the preview ends on a beautiful night for heartbreak. Now, the person who's going to be on the receiving end of that heartbreak, as I've talked about before, is Jeremy. Both in terms of preview footage and screen time on the show, Jeremy is just too far behind the other guys, and we can also see Jonathan, Marcus, and Devin all in Hawaii for fantasy suites. So, that's it for Jeremy. But what about Marcus, who's suddenly not so sure about where his feelings stand with Jenn? They sure seem to be pushing this narrative in the previews, with that segment from earlier, and also this footage from last week's preview.
You deserve all the love in the world, but I'm not there yet. I'm struggling right now.
I'm sick and tired of investing so much time and energy to someone who doesn't feel the same way.
Of course, this could all be a fake out, and come the end of the night he gives Jenn assurances, thus carrying him into fantasy suites, but it could also align with this emotionally unavailable comment from Jenn's brother. If so, that would mean that Marcus makes it into the final two, as that's when the Meet the Family dates always happen. Now, I will mention that a lot of you brought up in last week's preview that here, where Jenn talks about how she's tired of investing so much time and energy into someone who doesn't feel the same way, her earrings and outfit match this moment from the same preview where she's paired with Devin.
You want to get there with me, but when? Tomorrow? Next year? Never? At some point, I'm just tired of it. I don't want to feel this way.
But again, this could easily be a fake out, and they took this moment where Jenn might be actually talking to Marcus and paired it with Devin to throw us off the scent. So for now, I'll say there's a good possibility that our final two is going to be Marcus and Devin, with Marcus still holding out or undecided, causing Jenn to get frustrated. She then takes matters into her own hands and stops waiting on other men to make up their minds. Thus, we see this moment.
I'm done letting men dictate my relationships.
No Bachelorette has ever done this before. You sure you want to do this?
And then she picks Devin herself, maybe even proposing to him in a moment that, quote, has never been done before. But we still have a few episodes left, so I'm certain we're far from done with new information in these previews. So, as things head into fantasy suites, I'll be keeping my eyes peeled for new narratives. Because, as we've seen in past seasons, nothing shakes up this show quite like the overnight dates. So that's it for this preview breakdown for week 7 of The Bachelorette and Hometowns. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like, comment down below with your thoughts and theories, and subscribe to the channel for more content. And until next time, Bachelor Fantake out.
Beautiful night for some heartbreak.
Ain't that the truth?